all, yes. For the employees of every court of the United States that appear in court as a judge, there are a lot of other employees involved. There's the court reporter, yes. The individual the stenographer, yes. Probably numerous bailiffs, right? And there's a lot of other employees involved every time that you hold court. Yes. Now, I had told you that I didn't get any notice before the court hearing in 2011. Yes. And you still went ahead and had the court hearings, and you gave a permanent protection order to my wife that gave custody of my sons to her. Yes. But the law actually says that I have the right to 5 judicial days notice before having court hearings. Yes. And then you did that in 2012 where you issued a minute order. Pooh! Approximately 12 hours before a court hearing while I was on trial for violating a fraudulent court order. Yes, where I was found not guilty. And then you kept having temporary protection order hearings and permanent protection order hearings where you said that you attempted service, but you did not have any actual proof of service 5 judicial days before having a court hearing. Now, it could be that some judges, court commissioners, have been enriching themselves at the expense of the taxpayer. Ooch. And when I looked through the court rules and I was looking through that dissolution of marriage, you can't actually have a settlement conference setting hearing in 10 days. There would be no possible way that I would, as a respondent, have 7 normal days to respond. Yes. And this concept of 3 days to reply, now, there should be some proof that both sides do know that there's going to be a court hearing on a certain day. Yeah. And those 3 days, the judicial days, it's enough time for a judge to maybe peek into, yes, the actual file before the court hearing so as to familiarize themselves. Now, I know as a judge or court commissioner, you like to sit down, open the file, read it for about 10 seconds, and say, sure, I know everything that's going on. Pow! But it could be that you could spend more time in your chambers actually making sure that the laws are enforced and less time in the actual courtroom where the other employees are necessary. Now, I'm a little upset today that no one has enforced the actual rights of myself and my family, the due process rights of the 5th and the 14th Amendment. Yes, yes, yes. And when I found out that you never had an actual reply, you just scheduled it. She said she mailed it. And then you gave her a dissolution of marriage where, well, I'm not just suing this county. In Jefferson County, you're fucking with me today, aren't you? You don't want to remove me from the docket in Jefferson County? Oocha, oocha, oocha. Exactly how much does it cost for a restoration of an accused individual? Must be in the tens of thousands of dollars to take up the time of Western State Hospital and professional psychiatrists to administer medication so as to look to see if the individual is sane. Now, when I look at the actual fraud of not really doing what the law requires, not having to have proof of service 5 judicial days before court hearings, and not having to have the reply of the petitioner or the respondent that they did acknowledge that they're going to be at the court hearing. Yes, I'm thinking that those in office have really been fucking over the taxpayer. Ouch! Now, today, okay, you can't use the court website, can you, Brett Roberts, because it says the 25th, but when I was in court, the actual judge scheduled it for the 28th of next week at 2 p.m. Now, which is right? Ouch! The court's website or the document that was given to me that is enforceable in a court of law? Now, I just wanted to know, these notices from... Oh,